Hello, Star Wars fans. Hey, you know there's just 355 days until Christmas 2022. We've got big plans for this year, and I hope I've got a meeting this Thursday with another company, a little bit different approach to doing Santa visits virtually, and we're going to hopefully come up with some plans for 2022. Look forward to sharing with that information with all of you very soon. Oh, and good to see you here, Mike. Nikki. Hey, Mike Porter's here. Man on the Moon. Good to see you as well. And I saw Baymax is here. We've got Abby. Abby, good to see you. Matt Risman. We've got a lot of folks here. Jedi Mike, good to see you. Dale Erdman. Oh, good to see you, Dale. And it reminds me, many of our friends here, channel members, you know, I am very bad at doing this, in doing the YouTube things, right? If you can help support this channel, we'd like to reward you by having giveaways. We regularly give away figures from Hasbro. We give away vintage collection figures, Black Series figures, and we're even starting to give away some more premier figures like the SH Figure Arts and the Hot Toys. We have many of those on order to give away to our Elite Squad members. So if you can join at just the $2 a month level, that's for our Blizzard Battalion members. You will be entered for a monthly giveaway for a vintage collection. And many of the folks here have won those prizes. Oh, I saw Dale Erdman, and it reminded me, Dale has received a couple of those prizes. And we have some other members here that have won those things. Even Star Wars Meg. You know, Star Wars Meg won last month. Oh, and we shipped some figures over to her over in England. So good to see you here, Meg. Thank you so much for that. And then we have we Ronnie, Santa rigged it so I can't win. You never know, Ronnie, because you know Meg was saying that and then she won. Oh, it happens. So you know you can win. X-Wing, good to see you here. And for if you are a member at the $5 a month level, that's for our Snowpack members, you are eligible for the Vintage Collection figure giveaway as well as a Black Series figure giveaway. And you know what? Oh, Meg got her figures today. That is wonderful, Meg. I was kind of hoping you'd get them before Christmas, but with the way shipping is, you know, that doesn't happen. I saw our friend Sheev the Wise. Sheev is in the chat. Sheev won one of the Black Series figures recently, so shipped that out to him right before. As well. Jason Ward, good to see you, my friend. We regularly stream on Mondays. Jason here in the... Oh, Jason. What? I didn't even read that before I... Before I clicked that. I saw like the video. I didn't see what you put on there first. Up to no good. So if you are one of our Snowpack members, you are eligible for a vintage collection figure or the Black Series figure giveaways. And then for our $10 a month members, you know, those who are at the elite level, you're eligible for the vintage collection, the Black Series collection, as well as some of the premier figures that we're going to be giving away this year. And with this being the year of Boba Fett, and we're going to talk about Boba Fett again today, this being the year of Boba Fett, I've ordered that SH Figure Arts, and I know X-Wing gives me a hard time about how I pronounce Figure Arts, but X-Wing, there's only one R in there. It's Figuarts. So I don't know how you say Figure Arts when there's no R before the A. So the SH Figure Arts Boba Fett, we'll be giving that away. It was delayed. It's not coming out until the end of February. And we will be giving that away in March. And then That's for our elite squad members. Those are $100 figures. So for just $10 a month, you'll be eligible for that. And then at the end of the year, well, actually, it may even bleed over into. Yes, yes, Meg. We are we puppy sit for our children. So we've got two daughters, 130, 120, and each of them have puppies. We have a puppy here today. We're dog sitting for, and she's not happy to be without her mom. So there you go. She's not happy to be here without her mom. Hey, we'll see if she comes down to visit. I will pick. Hey, come here. Come here. They want to see you. Come here. Come here. Come visit. Here you go. Let's everybody see the puppy. Here you go. We've got a. Oh my goodness, she was stressed out. There you. This is Oakley. So there you go. That's Oakley. That's the grand puppy right there. That's making all the noise. So there's she's a little squirmy. She doesn't want to be held. But there you have her. There you go. So down you go. Quit making all that noise. So there you go. Dominic. There we have it. So you guys, if you guys can support the channel, we really appreciate it, and we like to give away prizes to you to reward you for your support of this channel. So with all of that being out of the way at the very beginning, we do have our friend a Magic Maker with us. How you doing today, my friend?
I'm good. I'm really good. I haven't seen you since before Christmas. Well, Christmas Day, we kind of saw you briefly. The kids didn't know.
Yes. No. Yeah.
You ate all
what?
my cookies. I was hoping you'd leave some leftovers. What's up with that?
Yes. Yes.
Definitely no cookies and more milk.
Yeah. So I hope you had a very good holiday and enjoyed some time off at the end of the year.
I did. The kids did
very good.
too. It was really good.
There you go. Blast. You're kind of quiet. I'm having a little bit of trouble hearing you. So
can other people hear me?
Yeah. I will have to see. We do have contractors here working today who are kind of doing some demo work. So they're just coming back from lunch. They're getting ready to start.
Trust me, you don't want to see my face, Meg. You don't want to see me at all. I have to keep the lights off.
You know what? I have seen a Magic Maker's face, and he's not lying. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, I'm not lying. I had to bribe my wife to marry me.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Ronnie's saying the audio quality is not good.
Oh,
so
no.
Yeah. So
it's the same thing I've been doing the last few months now. I don't know where it's different.
Mike Porter, thank you so much for the super chat, $5. He said Miss Marvel's going to be his jam. I'm looking forward to Miss Marvel, but here's for some puppy elf chow. Thank you so much for that, Mike Porter.
It's all dollar.
And we do have. There you go. Jedi Mike says you've got a face for radio. There.
I definitely have a face for comics.
Yeah, your audio is really bad today.
Oh crap! I don't know why. I haven't done anything different.
Yeah, I can't hardly get it.
Turn me up like you did before.
I've got it. Well, hold on. Oh, there you go. There's a volume meter. Let's turn it up. Let's try that. Try it again.
How about now?
Maybe better.
Right.
So we're going to do a little
really
bit.
Loud.
There you go. That's good. That's good. Hey, we've got some. Oh my goodness. Meg is having fun in the chat. Reefer Man Reviews. Wayne, thank you for bringing
this up. Is that the high Meg or is this the low Meg? Did I saw somebody say hi Meg? I'm assuming she's high.
It's the droid Meg. You know, I did Meg and I did a Patreon only interview yesterday
Oh
for
wow.
her Patreons, and yeah, your sound is a little choppy, but it is a little bit better. We did a discussion about droids in Star Wars. We covered all the eras. We talked about the prequel, the original trilogy, the sequels. We talked about the novels. We covered droids across all over the spectrum of Star Wars, and it's there in the Patreon, patron only. So if you're a member of her patron, one of her patrons, a member of her Patreon, you can access that video that she's put there. So she said it's in her Discord. So you can find it through her Discord there and watch that. We had a great time talking about droids yesterday. So this is the Mega Droid who's in the chat today. The latest High Republic book. Yes, I got that downloaded to my phone today. Very excited to start reading that. I've got right here if I can get back to the Fallen Star, right there it is. I've got the Fallen Star on what is that? It's Amazon Kindle. So I've got that. I'm going to start reading
Someone
it.
say it's fallen far.
Oh, it is the High Republic. The Starlight Beacon, the thing that kind of kicked off the whole High Republic series. And there's been some speculation based on some tweets that perhaps we're going to get an animated series from the High Republic, but I don't necessarily think that's the case. Oh, Dominic says giant freaking robots in the chat. Oh, I haven't seen that, but maybe they are. Maybe that's just a note about the what I was just talking about, the speculation that there was going to be animated series. I think it refers to in the tweet he mentioned that they had done some animation. I think that goes to the YouTube shorts that they have for like character introductions. There's some animation involved in that, so I think that's what that's about.
I think it has anything to do with the video game, because in the work with that, because that's supposedly running some rocks. Maybe they're gonna try to take some of that and turn it into something else. Maybe.
I just think it has to do with what's already out there. I don't think it's any. I don't think it's any clue of what's to come. I would not be surprised if we do get a animated series, and we'll talk about the video game engine here in a few moments when we talk about the Malak fan film, which is very good. We're going to be covering that today. The link to that is in the chat as well.
You want to watch it? It's really good.
It is really good. And Anthony, good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks so much for stopping in. Dominic said he was just joking. He likes to say giant freaking robot. Or that was Dominic. Yeah. So anyway, what did you think of episode 1 of the Book of Boba Fett?
I'm gonna have to say the jury is still out for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am not certain. I fully like it yet. So I think it took away some of the mystique of Boba Fett for me, and I'm not certain I like it yet. So I'm kind of waiting to see what happens.
Excellent. Well, I mean, they did get a lot of people wanted to see him escape from the Sarlacc. So now that is canon. We have it in there. That's not bad.
No, that was actually a really good part. I thought that was done well.
Yeah, and I
mean, I'm not saying it's all. I'm not saying it's all crap. I mean, I'm not saying that's not what I'm saying at all. You know?
Yeah. I got that.
I'm just that there's some aspects of it that I was like, yeah, I don't know if I really like that, and I want to see what they do with it to see if it spins in a certain way. So my
Yeah, we'll
jury's
have to
out,
see
but I
where.
want to see where it goes. It wasn't enough detail for me to make a definitive like or dislike.
Anthony, I'll address Mike Zero in this way. Mike Zero works
It's
YouTube.
100% correct all the time.
No, he is he's earning a living from his YouTube channel, and he works very very hard. The amount of content that he puts out on a daily basis is staggering. I don't know how he does it. Well, I sort of do know how he does it. He breaks up the same story and tells it 3 or 4 different ways with different topics and different thumbnails, in just to keep up with it. Then he does not qualify his sources based on accuracy. So if he thinks that it can get some clicks, he can get some revenue off of it, he's going to run with a story. What do I think of the behind the scenes of Disney board of directors talk about replacing Kathleen Kennedy by the end of the year? I think it's nonsense, is what I think. I think that
I think you're right. Until Kathleen Kennedy wants to go, she's not going anywhere.
that's exactly it. Hey, Jason Ward, right there, 0% accuracy. Right, it's made up. Is that hard work? Well, it's the editing part of it, right, Jason? Like editing those videos to get them uploaded and produced is the amount of work, right? So I think he's doing a full day's work, but it's the same story, just made up stuff over and over again. So it is a balance, right? I don't know he does a lot of work researching. I don't know that he does a lot of work in putting together stories. He's just doing a lot of work in producing a lot of content, right? Yeah. Why is he still considered a source? It's because of the sheer volume of content, right? and I think he does a good job on his thumbnails and titles to get people to click on them. Truly the definition of clickbait, right? He's on it. So, yeah, I'm not. I don't throw stones at people for earning a living on a platform that encourages you to produce that kind of content, be it Mike Zero or anybody else. I am a huge fan and an incredible fan of Star Wars Meg. She does it right. So you've got two examples. You got the Mike Zero who's putting out content, just making stuff up and creating sheer volume of content. And you've got Meg who does her work. Meg does an incredible amount of work making sure that the content we get is qualified. If she says something about it not being reliable, you know that she doesn't trust it, and I trust her in the work that she does. So yeah, Meg doesn't lie. She doesn't just make stuff up. Now, that's not to say that on slow news days Meg won't speculate or Meg won't use a source to kind of kick off a discussion, and I think that's the way to do it. So stop simping. I'm going to simp for Meg all day, every day. That's what I do. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
I mean, I'll tell you where I think Mike Zero comes in. So I think like occasionally he does get some sources, and I think with those sources, I think he has a friend who has some access to the art side of it, and there's no context ever for the description that comes to him about said art, and I think that's about the only source that he has. And then what he does is he goes off the wall in his speculation on what that art is and what it means. And so I don't think he ever gets a picture of it. I just think he gets a written or verbal description of say a storyboard or an art piece, and then he just goes off the wall on it.
Yeah, and then he begins to speculate. He reports it as news, not as speculation, and that's what causes a part of it. Yeah. So, what do you think is going to? In today's video, we wanted to talk about preview for episode 2. What do you think? Episode 2. It's just tonight, And for those who are members of the channel, you've been following us for some time. We do weekly predictions. It's a ton of fun, and when we do the watch party, we afterwards we go through the predictions and we see how people did. And so you see here in the bottom, this scroll, these are people that did better in their predictions than I did. and I need to switch to page 2. We have 3 pages of a Wall of Fame members. And of those members, we have my friend a Magic Maker here, which is a rare appearance on the Wall of Fame. Congratulations.
Which also means if you did worse than me, you can potentially be on the Wall of Fame and Wall of Shame at the same time.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's it. And you know, the Wall of Fame, if you want to get on the Wall of Fame and you want to see your name in the scroll, then you go to the link. It's in the description to the week 2 predictions. You put your predictions in and you perform better than Santa. You guess better than I do, and you will make it onto that list. So that's how you do it. So where do you think we're going with episode 2 tonight?
Well, I think he's got to shore up his base. So I mean, he's got to take care of the mayor. He's got to lock down the different money-making places inside of Mos Espa. And if he doesn't do that, then it's going to be nothing but trouble. And I think that's where we're going to... This episode's going to be dealing with I think this will be the remainder of what's going on with the Sand People and with the Tuscans, and get us caught up with where he goes after his armor. And then I think the other piece will be him dealing with the mayor. I think that's about all we're going to deal with here. And then after that, we're going to get on to the full story.
Yeah, so I agree with you. And I think this is the mayor's come to Jesus meeting. Yep. You know, Boba's going to say, hey, this is not okay. And we need to have a discussion. And we saw in the preview where it says instead of fighting about this stuff, we could get along and all make a lot of money, right? And I think that's Meg. You know, but anyway, that's
2, not on.
Right. I think he's going to be telling the mayor, this is how this is going to work, and you send more henchmen after me, we're not going to be getting along very well. And we saw that in the preview where Finnick has that guy in chains, and they walk into the mayor's abode and into his place, and I think that's going to be the discussion. Like, yeah, this is not okay, right? You don't send folks after me.
I think that he's going to kill the mayor ultimately.
Ultimately, maybe so.
Yeah, I actually think this episode he'll kill him. I think he'll have some conversation, then he killed him. And the major domo is going to. I think the major domo is going to be like, I serve you now. And then we'll get to keep the Major Domo around because we'll have that comedy.
The Major Domo will be his new Bib Fortuna?
Yes, I think absolutely. I think we're going to continue to see him around because I think he adds some comedic flair to his sarcasm, and I think he'll keep that character around. I personally think that character's going to remain.
I read an interesting article this morning tying it into Dune. You know that there are a lot of parallels between Star Wars and Dune. George Lucas borrowed, we'll put it generously, borrowed a lot of concepts directly, right? When we talk about, well, yeah,
spice is there's nothing alike.
Spice isn't the same as spice. Yeah, and when you talk about using the voice, or is it the voice using the they're able to control people with their words, right? Versus using the Force, very similar. And as far as being on a desert planet and moisture farming, and they compared the Tuscans to what are they, the Sand People of Dune, right? And that what we've begun to see through the Mandalorian and now in the Book of Boba Fett is aligning that even closer to what we see in Dune. And I think there's a really strong argument to be made in reading that argument, reading that article this morning, that that he is going to be able to call on the Sand People as his henchmen, as his enforcers. So where this Ithorian had these thugs come attack him, and where we also see the raiders that are riding the bikes, I think when push comes to shove, we're going to see Boba go back to the Sand People. He's going to have some relation with them, and he's going to be able to get them to be his enforcers. Like, you want to play with me, I'll send the Sand People after you.
Well, I think that's probably some truth to that, at least on Tatooine, right? I don't know if they're going to be traveling off.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah. And I think we're going to be primarily on Tatooine. Do you think that we see Cobb Vanth tonight?
Maybe, but I think I predicted no. I think he comes in either one of the next two episodes. But I won't say it's out of the realm of possibility.
I'm trying to figure out the timing, right? So in the flashbacks, we see him progressing through, and he's kind of earned the Tuskens' trust in defeating that monster, which was fantastic, by the way. And our friend Will.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all. I'll be honest with you.
Our friend Will from Meta Egg picked up on the tie-in to Clash of the Titans.
Actually, it's the Kraken in the original Clash of the Titans.
It looks so much like that Kraken. It's a sand Kraken. It's
literally rises out of sand. The Dune Sea at that. Think about that.
It does. It does. I thought it was brilliant, and kudos to Will for getting that. Will Morgan, fantastic. He had that like right away. He sent some pictures. I shared it on Discord. That is clearly.
Yeah, we didn't have a chance to talk about it, but yeah, we had that conversation with my friends. That same exact conversation about it being the Kraken and Clash of the Titans. Yeah, my main issue with that whole combat was that he brute strength the monster with the choke, and
he did the Leia choke.
And I thought that was I didn't think that was he'd just gotten beaten by the Tuskens out there and showing that he was all dehydrated and not able to even beat the Tusken raiders. It looked like at that it was wasn't even one of the strongest warriors, just one of them out there. It was proving that they could beat Boba, and so I was like, okay,
yeah.
And then he beats this really big monster, and I was like, well, that monster would just fall on him, and that would have been and so we slammed back and falling on him. So to me, the way I would have, if it was me doing this, of course, I'm not. But,
hold on one second. I got it.
Okay. Am I still muted, or just the dogs? Y'all hear me?
I muted myself. This one here
I heard that.
hearing sounds upstairs, and she won't quit barking. So this is Piper, and Piper needs to be Piper needs to be held so that she can shush. I'm sorry. She was barking. I couldn't quite follow what you were talking about.
No, that's fine. My only difference with that would have been, just because I just don't think he should have been able to brute strength that monster just because of the conditions they already set up. I think what it should have happened, because they already set up that chain was like had those links that were like digging type links, had like little sharp points on them. To me, what I'd had happen was have that actually lock in every time, and so every time the monster tries to throw, Boba Fett, he has like a ring on it that just links down. It gets tighter and tighter and tighter, like a choke collar, and it locks. And so the monster literally kills himself using Boba's chain.
I see. Well, I liked the callback to Return of the Jedi. That was nice.
Oh
The
yeah, yeah.
same, you know, the same thing that Leia did to Jabba, and the Tusken now the village leader. And I love that the youth
Mm-hmm.
was trying to tell his friends, like, I went and choked the
He
snot
killed
out
it.
of this guy and cut its head off, right? Like,
Right.
and the village leader is like, yeah, that kid's lying. Here, have some water, right? It was just,
No, absolutely.
he knew, like, no, there's no way that kid killed that. You had to have done it. And so he's going to kind of integrate himself with the Tuscans. He's earned some respect, and because of that, he's going to be given. And we see in the Mandalorian where he's wearing the garb, he's got the gaffy stick and all of that, right? And this is going to be him coming into that culture and kind of setting himself in that culture, and then he will have a tribe, if you want to put it that way, a tribe
No, I think that's
to
exactly what
call
you're saying.
upon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's
to help
exactly
him
the case.
if with these people who are trying to attack him. So I think they're setting it up really well, and and it was funny. I like Meg's comment earlier, right? She's got a wild prediction that Boba is actually going to talk in episode 2. That we did have a long prelude in episode 1 that it was over 6 minutes before there was any dialogue, and a bit after that before Boba speaks. So
And what's funny is I
it
still
took
think
some.
Boba talked too much.
uh,
And
so
answer Star Wars make Santa only likes it doggy style.
oh no. Why would you give that to her? She does not need. Why would you say that? Oh, Magic Maker, what have you done? Oh, you're killing me. That's funny. Yeah, see, Meg appreciated that. Yeah. Yeah, I've got my designer dog. I've got it right under my, arm there. I can carry around.
Designer doggy styling. That's all it is.
Yeah. So
I'm fired up.
with the
This is my last
timeline,
episode, guys. I appreciate y'all.
the invite has been retracted. No. I think that we're getting close to in the flashbacks of Boba seeing Cobb Vanth wearing his armor.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think it's possible we could see it tonight. It's getting close.
Yeah,
And there's some
I didn't think about the idea of Cobb Vanth showing up in the
flashback.
flashbacks, but yeah, I was thinking like present time when I said no, but I didn't think about flashbacks. So yeah, there's definitely a possibility it shows up in the flashback. So
Yeah, I'm
I
on the
didn't
fence on
consider
it.
that.
I had a hard time on my cameos. We've got a list in the predictions of cameos, and I had a hard time on Cobb Vanth. I had it as a yes, and I had it as a no, and I had it as a yes, and I had it as a no. I'm like, which is he going to show up tonight? Are we going to get the flashback Cobb Vanth tonight? Are we going to get it? Like, so I couldn't make up my mind. And to be honest, I can't remember if I ended on yes or no. I just don't know.
I know I put no, but in my thought process, I was thinking like in the present, and I didn't think about him seeing his with him wearing the armor, which actually makes a lot of sense because I'm wanting him to bring it closed, and we know that he was having trouble with these the Tuscans. Cobb Vanth was, so it actually made at some point, if we're going to close out the up to current time with the Tuscans, then he probably will be in this episode, which I do think they're going to close it out. So I think there's a good chance.
Yeah, I'm I'm still on the fence. I hope that he shows up. I think I ended on yes, which means that if it shows up, then that'll work in my favor. I just don't know. And let's get there's another point kind of going around, and with Meg here, we always have to bring up, and especially since in the thumbnail your name is in purple. Anytime Meg sees purple, she sees Mace Windu. Do you think that Mace Windu will be in the Book of Boba Fett at any point?
No.
No. Do you think he's dead or alive?
Dead.
Dead. Oh boy. There you go. I disagree with you on both points. One of them I don't think he's dead, and I've got reason behind that. The second is just wish. I hope.
No, I mean I get it. They showed the helmet for a reason, and maybe it's just me wanting him to be dead, but definitely a possibility. And it's definitely more, especially with all the flashbacks. There's a good chance he shows up in flashbacks.
Well, in the flashback, sure. I think I want to see him in present time, with a artificial arm.
Meg,
right, right. And I like Jason bringing in Purple Rain. There you go. Nice job, nicely done, Jason. Nicely done. So, yeah. Do you think? Well, you think that Mace is dead, but so I think he's alive, and I think we're going to see him show up in the show. And showing up in the show is, I've got more than just wish fulfillment there. There are several clues that lead me to that, and I mentioned this before as well. That he is on the.
I can't see any way other than flashbacks for him to show up. I mean, that's just me though.
Well, because you think he's dead.
Right, I think he's dead by this time. If we've already justified, we've done some things. Luke is the last Jedi, right? At the point of last in the Jedi will you be, and that's because Ahsoka's not a Jedi. Grogu hasn't become a Jedi.
Right.
So the last of the Jedi will you be makes sense at that point. So we still have truth from a certain point of view. But as soon as we add Mace Windu in there, that's not true from a certain point of view anymore.
I see. Well, I'm hopeful that we get him in real time, and that we'll see him in the show. I think he absolutely could be alive, and we could see him in Andor. I think that's a very good possibility, and we could see him in Book of Boba Fett in current time. Not just flashbacks. So we'll have to see how this works out. And this is why we have a lot of fun in the predictions and scoring the predictions. So if you guys want to join in on the fun, please go out and give us your predictions. There are 19 yes and no questions. It's like Boba Fett's going to kill somebody. Yes or no? Finnick is going to kill somebody. Yes or no? There's 19 of those. And then there is one fill in the blank at the end where you get to predict what you think might happen. In that, we're not allowing the give me points that we did for the Bad Batch over the summer. We need actual predictions. So in here, you can get a bonus point to get up to 20 points per episode. And then we do have the bingo game, the bingo card, to get extra points for each cameo that appears. So, and Nikki, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. Fantastic. A great friend of the channel. One of our mods in Discord. Really, really appreciate that. Book of Boba Fett, the flashbacks. That's true. A lot of flashbacks, and I don't think we're done. Right?
No, I don't think we're done either. And I agree, there are many Force users out there, but they're not referring to the Force users, all Force users as Jedi. So I think that's just what it is. I don't think it's. I'm not saying completely not see him, but he won't be. I don't think he'll be in the current time, in the Mandalorian
Well,
Mandoverse
I
time.
believe there's at least three, right? We know Luke, we know Ahsoka, and I suspect Ezra is still alive.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So,
Well,
so
I
I
mean,
think we have
again,
at least three.
I think you can, again, from a certain point of view, the others, and but
Meg.
I don't think you can certain point of view makes. That's the point I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. And Palpatine, I didn't list Palpatine, but that's
Right.
true. That's true. So let's shift gears if we can. We have a fan film to talk about today, and this one has been. There was a trailer actually for this one, and
Yes.
there's been a lot of expectation for it, and it's by the folks at Unreal Cinema. And I was looking. Let me show this on the stream, and I'll leave it large for the moment because in the description here, they give thank you to Rococo for providing mocap technology. So they use some mocap suits to get some of the action, which I thought at first it was just video game engine, but we have some mocap in here, which is quite impressive. And for anybody who is not necessarily familiar with Malak, do you want to give a real quick TLDR of who Malak is?
All right. So if you don't know, I highly recommend you get KOTOR 1, play the game through, and really enjoy it. So all you need to know is that Malak is the former apprentice of Revan, and that and is the primary antagonist in KOTOR.
All right, there you go. That's a fantastic summary. Thank you. Yeah, so a lot of people familiar with Revan. Malak is the primary antagonist, and he's the former apprentice. So knowing who Malak is, then I'm going to let this play, and then, as usual, I'm gonna mute it, and we will talk about it. The link to the video is included in the description here, and one of the reasons I mute is because I want you to go out to the site and give them another view. So every time we do one of these fan films, I mute it to truly get the full experience. Please go out to the site, support them by giving them another YouTube view. Like it if you are inclined, and subscribe. I do that every time I subscribe. I give it a like and give them a couple of views. So I very much encourage that. And this is just to encourage folks who spend so much of their time and effort to do that. It's really good. Meg, Old Republic era is messy and overrated. Takes cover. Jason Ward, I'm with you. Oh, you gotta.
I see how it is.
I didn't get Nikki's
I cannot
joke.
threaten violence. I've already made bad jokes, so I can't threaten violence. Will definitely pick me off.
I didn't get the joke.
I didn't see
I thought
the
the flash. Oh, Bactas. The flashbactas. Oh, I read it as flashbacks. Flashbactas. Very good, man. That is very good, Nikki. Really good. I'm glad that I saw your comment and I went back. That is a perfect dad joke. Perfect dad joke. The flashbactas.
In this case, it's a Nicky joke.
It's a Nikki joke. Very good. That was awesome. It was worth going back for. And I did get the compiled edition.
You went back up for it.
Backed up for it. Where is my compiled? Oh, here it is. I've got right here my Christmas gift from Kayla, K Million, who is often in our chat. I've got the Old Republic, and this is the what do they call these? It's It's like huge. You see how big this thing weighs? Like 7 pounds. It's really big. The full saga of Renegade Jedi Zane Carrick, and we've got the entire the omnibus. That's it. RF Gaming Channel. I got the omnibus of the Old Republic right there. It's fantastic. So this was a Christmas gift, and it will provide me many hours of enjoyment. Looking forward to it. Okay, so let's let this play, and it's really good at the beginning. And I don't know that much about the Old Republic, but they do the Disney Plus intro here. In this Disney Plus intro, they have Old Republic characters. So here you kind of got to follow them quickly. But we saw there at the very beginning.
Done very well. The music's really good too. It's incredible music.
This is really good. And again, remember, this has some mocap in it. Now, a lot of this is video game engine. You can see it very clear, right? But here we go. You see Malak standing on the bridge. Let me see. Do I have the subtitles on? Yeah, they're on. We just haven't had any dialogue yet. And the guy's coming up to give him an update. And now, I don't think any of this is mocap yet. I think the mocap comes in the battle that happens.
Yeah, I think
right?
so too. I think that's how they try to make it realistic.
So there's Revan, and we see this through strength I gain power. This the dialogue here is the Sith. What is it called?
The Sith code.
Yeah, the Sith code. Yeah. Jason. So the dialogue, a lot of it is that Sith code. You keep seeing it. And Malak is having this vision or flashback of him dueling with Revan. And this is, yeah, Mark's right here, right? Like the effects are almost good as a real studio output, like Polar Express.
No, I think it is too. I think it's really good.
It's clearly, video game engine, but here I think they've got mocap, right?
So it's still the video game engine. What they do is they use the mocap to set the rig, and then they put the images over that so that it comes out.
Gotcha. RF Gaming has got a friend that has done some. Yeah, let us know. Well, let us know. We will definitely watch it here. And you see this battle going on. This is a memory, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, of him
present time
dueling.
Is Malak on the bridge?
Oh, fun in the chat again. Yeah, and Revan is clearly in control. I don't know why Malak thinks he can. Like, this is a real fight. This isn't just a this isn't just a duel, right?
Right.
This is Malak raising up against his master to defeat him, and Revan's having none of it, right?
Yep.
So, and in the background, just so you know, if folks aren't aware, we have Hoth ambience from Meg's Cantina with permission from the author. And now he got his jaw sliced off. That's one of the things about Malak. And look at this. This is
incredible.
Like, you normally see Malak with like a mask or there's a bar
over it that hides his jaw. It's sliced off.
I thought it was really good. It's very.
No, it's amazing.
It
looks so real. Golly.
Yeah, and as he goes to talk, you can see where the lip that's still left is trying to do what it would do just talking, which is very realistic to what would happen to somebody who's had that amputated.
Yep. Well, I was going to say that he won't be mouthing off to Revan anymore.
Oh, dun. Oh my goodness. So you guys go check out Unreal Cinema. They've got 92,000 subs, and they did a great job here. And if you can support them, or you're inclined to do that, please do. But again, we just like to point this out, that there are folks making really, really good content, and the importance of fan fiction, fan films to the franchise. And I was hearing, yeah, right. It does sound like a Rogue One siren, doesn't it? I was thinking the same thing, Jedi Mike. That it sounded like a siren, but the franchise it's indicating to me that the franchise is alive and well. When fans are passionate enough to spend so much resource, time, energy on creating something of that kind of quality, then it means that you've got people who are invested, right? They're all in, and even if it's not, they may not be fans of the sequels, or they may not be fans of the prequels, whatever the case might be, they're creating content from the passion, and it's a good thing that they're creating this kind of work.
No, it is. The crazy thing is that stuff's getting so good, though, that you're really going to be able to get your Star Wars without going to see the stuff at Disney. And that's kind of not a good thing for them. But at the same time, they do encourage people to come and make these fan fiction. They have awards for it every year. So it's not like they don't it's not like they don't encourage it. They do. And if you didn't know, the guy who came in and did the deep fake with Luke, improved the CGI with Luke from the Mandalorian, the last episode there of season 2. With that, he was hired by Lucasfilm immediately after doing that, so that he was going forward. That was the guy who'll be doing all the stuff with these CGI faces. So I'm looking forward to seeing Han in there, because I know he's the one that's doing it.
Right, Man on the Moon. This is hilarious. I don't know if you really meant prequels, but I love it. If they aren't fans of the prequels, are they really Star Wars fans though? Oh, shots fired. Right. Very good. That's great. No, I've accepted
the prequels. I was never a huge fan of the prequels, so
yeah, I've accepted them as well.
And I'm sure at some point I'll accept the sequels, even though I still don't really like them. I actually hate them, but it is what it is.
It's good. And Mark, getting on the elf abuse thread that is in my community. Look, the elves are happy. This is their week off. They're on vacation. We have no elves
They
here.
get 1 week off. This is
they get 1
week they're allowed to sleep. Every rest of the year they can't sleep or nothing. They get barely fed.
Well, if they're not making
hard.
toys, they're not happy. So that's how we keep them happy, is by working 24/7.
24 hours a day.
Yeah. Yeah, they get breaks for naps and dinner, but that it's how they stay happy. They love making toys. One quarter portion. I made
all this time. I didn't know you were in. I didn't know you were in Star Wars, Santa.
I made 50 remote control cars today. One half portion.
This was just 60 last week.
Right. Good to see you, Trinity. Good. Oh, very funny, Jason. You guys are great. So I think that covers what we wanted to discuss today. Did I miss anything you'd like to?
I think we did it really well.
It's good. We do have renovations going here. Yeah, you know.
That's why the elves aren't making toys. They're doing home repairs. That's their vacation.
That's their vacation. You know, if you get the home repairs done, you can go back to making toys. If you you know, I saw that Adam had restarting the engine today, and he scheduled it during this live stream. So, you know, Trinity, it is Adam's fault. It is absolutely Adam's fault. So yeah, we do have renovations going here. The demo started this morning, and they're tearing out some of the railing in the loft and
I thought
and
Meg
the floors.
said you've been doing some mega munching. I was like, oh no, Santa, don't tell me you're not doing that.
Now we do have we have been doing our Mike Porter dad joke of the day, and so as we close out here, we do need to talk about we need to share the dad joke. You ready?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. What is a crybaby's favorite snack? You probably know this one. What's a crybaby's favorite snack? Wine and cheese. Wine and cheese with a side of sour grapes. Right, I saw that. That's good. I love Mike Porter. Love that he puts the time in to create these dad jokes and cancel Adam. Oh my goodness!
Wine and cheese.
Wine and cheese. Oh, there you go. Adam's new name is Adam Fett. Mike Porter, thank you so much for that. You all, thanks for being here in the chat. And a Magic Maker, it's good to touch base with you again, my friend. And
well, good. I'm glad we figured out the sound. I'll see if I can be better next time.
You did beat me this time, and I've got to beat you the next time. I know Meg was one behind, but Sheev tied. Mike Porter's on the Wall of Fame, along with many others. 3 pages of it.
If you didn't beat me, you're on the Wall of Shame. Just remember that.
If you're, that's Santa's on the Wall of Shame this week. I was not able to beat a Magic Maker, so please put your Daryl, behave yourself. Daryl's misbehaving, but that in a good way. We thank you for that. You guys, thank you for being here. We hope you have a wonderful day, and I am hoping that tomorrow we might be doing some unboxing of some toys that I've got here. I've got a stack of them beside my desk. Would love to do that. I've been seeing that the Razor Crest has been shipping out. People are starting to get their hands on them. I'm hoping to get mine soon, and watching the notifications to see when it's on its way. And thank you all for being here. It's great to see you. And until next time, my friends.
May the force be
with you. Yes, thank you so much. And Meg, thank you so much for the super chat. I love you too. I love you dearly from the bottom of my heart. Fantastic. So you guys take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Merry Christmas.